Hey, it is a beautiful, beautiful day, and so instead of making a video inside, doing one live outside. So first of all, I hope you're having a wonderful, prosperous day. Okay, so the whole point behind this video is that it's kind of a sequel, whatever, to my most recent live where I was talking about the validation of debt, and there was some confusion on when you use it or to whom you use it with, or however one would say that. You are not sending a validation of debt letter to the bureaus. You are not sending a validation of debt letter to the creditors, okay? You are only sending it to third-party collectors, third-party medical, utility, apartment, cell phone, I don't know, so on and so forth, all right? So you don't want to confuse that and send a VOD to the bureaus. You don't want to confuse it and send it to the creditors, okay? So with the creditors, the original creditor, you send a 623 or whatever letter is going to be relevant to your situation, right? And I apologize that my camera's like, I'm holding it with one hand right now. Okay, so you would send, let's do it this way. The difference between the creditor, the collector, and the debt buyer is that the collector is collecting on behalf of, okay? You go somewhere, you don't pay, they send it over to someone, and they're going to collect on behalf of that company. They do not own the debt. So this would be for like medical or, T-Mobile or whatever, okay? A debt buyer is one that actually purchases the debt. So this is going to be anything banking related, literally anything banking related. That's how you know if it originated with a credit card or a loan or a vehicle or a mortgage or whatever. If there is a bank involved, it is a debt buyer, okay? A debt buyer. So if you didn't pay your credit card, it gets sent over to a debt buyer. They buy the debt, okay? Yes, I am trying to simplify things because there's so much confusion about it, all right? So that's the difference between a collector and a debt buyer. Now, the original creditor is the one that you got the original credit with, or they are basically the bank, Capital One, American Express, One Main, Verizon. Yes, Verizon reports as a charge off, okay? Now, you are not sending a validation of debt letter to Verizon, okay? You are sending it to whoever, if they send out to a third party. So most of the time it's going to be like Jefferson. Jefferson's actually really easy to remove because you use the VOD, okay? So do not send the validation of debt to Verizon. So yes, Verizon is handled as a charge off. So you're using the hierarchy, the DOLA, the DOLP, the notice of dispute, the payment history, so on and so forth. Okay, that is how you handle charge offs, and that's how you would handle Verizon. All right. So now, when you're looking at your credit report, or for your clients for that matter, and you're like, okay, well, I don't know if this is a collector or if this is a debt buyer. First, you need to find out what the original debt was. If there was a bank having to do with it, remember, credit cards, loans, mortgages, vehicles, so on and so forth, you are not going to send a VOD to them unless it is outside the statute of limitations, okay? So just keep that in your head. Keep it at the forefront of your mind, because you don't want to be sending the wrong thing to the wrong place at the wrong time, saying the wrong thing, okay? Everything has its place, okay? And just to clarify, because there were questions about it, I did not say you can send a template to the bureaus. You do not send templates to the bureaus. I said for the VOD, which is only used for collectors, you can use a template, right? So let's break that down real quick. If I'm saying the VOD is sent to the collector and it has nothing to do with the bureaus, then we're not sending a template to the bureaus, we're sending a template to the collector, because this has everything that you need on it, right? Why change anything if you don't need to? So the VOD goes to the collector, to third-party collectors such as medical, utility, cell phone, etc., okay? I just want to make sure that everybody understands this, because number one, there are so many questions about it in the comments, and number two, you don't want to say the wrong thing at the wrong time to the wrong person, okay? Yes, this is going to be short. I have to get my groceries up into my house. So, I guess that's it. If you have questions about it, please post it in the comments so that I can answer it, right? If you have questions about what the heck a VOD is, validation of debt, how you use it, who you send it to, when you send it, let me just answer that one real quick. You send it prior to disputing with the bureau. So you send out your VOD first to the collector, then 15 days to 30 days later, you're going to send the relevant letter to the bureaus, right? And step number one, normally for a medical collection or utility or whatever, is to attempt to force your deletion by requesting documentation that you know does not exist, right? So all you have to say is it's unknown, because it puts the burden on them. And if you recall, in Cushman versus TransUnion from 1997, Congress stated that the burden is on the bureaus. So we are putting that burden on the bureaus, the creditors, the collectors, and all of them to attempt to get our deletion. All right. So if that doesn't work, then you go factual. If there is no collector name, if there is no collector address, then guess what? That's a violation of Section 623. Section 623 states that if an account could possibly be inaccurate, then they must have a collector name or creditor, whatever, and the address so that you may dispute with them. If it's not there, then guess what? Violation, Section 623, okay? So, I guess that's it. That was kind of like a lot in a little bit of time, even though it has been 6 minutes and 55 seconds, which is way longer than I wanted this to be. All right, so I have an awesome video that I'm going to go record right now for you. It is the ultimate checklist for dispute letters. And it walks you through in a little conversational manner. It's super, super cool. Yeah. If you need my help, if you don't want to do this yourself, use the link in the description of any video, including this one, and I will see if I can take over your file. All right, my son just got out of the car, so that means it's time to go upstairs. I will see you guys later. Bye.